gonna be.
WCTE's coverage of the Putnam County Fair is brought to you by Swallows Insurance Agency, The Realty Firm, Bailey Tire Company, the Putnam County Farm Bureau, Southern Landscape Supply, the City of Cookeville, Putnam County, the Putnam County Fair, and by Twin Lakes.
Well, Debbie, here we are. I welcome you at home to this annual fair event that we do at WCTE.
I love being invited to do this. It's always so much fun. And I want to welcome you and congratulate you. This is your first fair horse show.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We are live from the Putnam County Agriculture and Industrial Fair. It was nominated as the #1 county fair in the state of Tennessee. We're so excited.
First time in many, many years.
I think so. Yep, they've done a great job. The whole committee getting this fair recognized across the state.
Yes.
So congratulations to that whole team.
They deserve it. They've worked real hard. The fairground's so much better than it has been in years.
It is. So we've been watching some of the little ones out there already. They're just cute as buttons.
They're so cute. The lead line class is a favorite for everybody because they're little teeny tiny babies most of the time, and they're little toddlers, and they're just but the parents, this is a mom and dad class because they're bringing their kids and showing their kids off and the little ponies.
Well, I thought they were cute,
They're
so I don't blame
wonderful.
them. I'd have mine out there too. As they're getting ready to clear the arena there, we are going to see Pony Pleasures, which is going to be the first thing up.
That's going to be the pleasure ponies, and they'll be going at like a slow walk or flat shod, and the judge will judge them on how well the horse performs for his particular breed. Because we're going to have some Western, we're going to have some walking horse, a little bit of everything. And then, of course, how well the rider does. But it's an exciting night tonight. And at the first two classes, everybody got a ribbon.
Oh, that's right.
Everybody got a dollar.
Everybody's a winner.
You know, how that started with Fred Robertson many, many years ago. And his sons, Bill and Bob, continued it. And now Will and Wes, I think, have continued it. And it's a wonderful thing because the kids need that.
Yep, that encouragement.
Yes.
Because someday they'll be in these bigger classes.
Yeah, they will. And they won't get that blue ribbon every time.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, you can see they're I guess grading the field.
They're
getting ready.
smoothing it out.
Yep. Okay, well, Debbie, we're going to be right back, but we're going to take a break right this minute, and we'll be right back.
It's wonderful.
All right, give it up for Addison, everybody.
Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
The Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region.
Multi-talented
Caroline Moore. Hello. Tonight we are joined by Amy Julian. She is on the horse committee. Amy, how many competitors are you expecting to see tonight?
There's at least 50 competitors, but we have the same competitors that show in multiple classes. So our classes are like 20, 25 in every class.
Tell us about the registration process and how can people enter?
Well, they come up, and on county night, we charge $1 per class, or we take a canned good, and they fill out the classes that they want to be in, the rider's name, the horse's name, and their back number.
Okay, wonderful. And tell us, how long have you been involved with the horse committee?
Oh, probably about 10 years, but I've been coming to the Putnam County Fair showing since I was a toddler.
Okay, great.
Have you been riding your whole life?
I rode all my young life, and then when my kids came along, now they ride.
So it's a family affair.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. It's wonderful to speak with you. We're going to send you guys back to the action.
Flawless. Thank you,
The
Amy.
Realty firm
Nice
has
to
been
meet
serving
you.
the buyers and sellers of the Upper Cumberland since 2012 with locations in Cookeville, Byrdstown, Livingston, Crossville, and Gainsborough. The full-service realty firm ensures that each client is educated, motivated, and updated, creating an experience, not a transaction.
Southern Landscape Supply offers a large variety of outdoor power equipment, including zero-turn mowers, bad boy tractors, specialty turf equipment, turf and landscape supplies, parts, and services. Since 2004, Southern Landscape Supply has been providing the Upper Cumberland with their outdoor power equipment needs.
Well, Debbie, we are back from the Putnam County Agriculture Industrial Fair. We are going to be with you for a couple of hours tonight. We're so excited to be here. A beautiful night.
It's perfect tonight. It's nice and cool, and you're going to love it. You need to come tonight.
Absolutely. And I believe it's Saturday's the last night.
Saturday
so
is the last night,
Yep.
so you don't have
So-
long. But this is probably the best weather they've had yet.
I think so, other than the field out here being a little wet, but I think they're working on that.
Yeah. And they're getting it back down and ready for the next class.
That's right. And like we mentioned earlier, the class that you're going to see coming up is the Pony Pleasure. But we want to make sure the field is good and clear and packed
Smooth.
down and smooth.
It makes
'cause-
it easier for the riders, keeps them from being, they're able to be more steady with their gait.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, we're excited to be here. I mentioned I'm Avery Hutchins.
Debbie Norris.
Debbie Norris, in case we failed to mention that earlier. And again, we will be your host tonight for a couple hours during this work show. Debbie, I know you've done the fair many years in a row. My first year probably doing the horse show. But do you have a favorite activity at the fair?
I love to go to the general store.
Okay.
And that was kind of a thing that we'd always do, is go get the fried pies and bring them back, see how they taste.
Yep.
But my favorite class tonight is going to be the costume class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite class.
And that's when they dress up and ride around on their horses.
Yes, and a lot of
Okay.
times you'll have the parent in leading them around, because again you've got the little tiny toddlers, and so it's a lot of fun. Those parents, and you'll see in those costumes in a little bit, they work all week, month. Sometimes they start planning in the winter what they're going to do for the next fair, and they work really hard on these costumes. They're real elaborate.
Yeah. Well, I know as a parent the things that we do for our children. So,
well, really?
you know.
One year, Becky's son and my son were about the same. They were the same age. And then we had a riding arena. We dressed the kids up and the horse for the Wizard of Oz. So we had a Dorothy, we had my Yorkie was Toto. And we had so much fun, and we did not win. I worked for a month.
Oh, my gosh. All right. It sounds like we're going to go ahead and go to the arena now.
Close the gate, please. Close the gate. This is your class, Judge. Yeah. Is she talking?
Okay. Okay, so Debbie, it looks like we have a Lone Ranger out there, but they are bringing some more horses in, I believe. They're going to be coming up, but what a great job he's doing.
He's doing a really, really good job. We've got a
there's a
mule,
few
number
more.
56.
Wow. Hey,
They
I mean-
can anything that, as long as it's a pony.
oh,
So-
it has to be a pony?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And you'll have different divisions on things, like you'll have 15-2 and under, and then you'll have like juveniles on horses. Then you'll have the same horses with adults on them. And you'll see these same horses come back in the arena probably 4 or 5 times tonight.
So they'll compete at different levels?
Yeah, like you've got the kids on these bigger ponies.
Well, there's one that has a costume on. That's why I'm wondering if maybe
Maybe in the
might
next
be in the
one.
costume
Yeah.
contest. It could
So-
be fun.
But the same pony an adult could ride some of these larger ponies.
Mhm.
So they'll come back in and they'll be in the spoon and egg. They'll be in the bat. Well, the bat, yeah. They have, and then they'll have maybe an adult class. So you'll see the same one over and over. And,
Now, what are some of the techniques that they need to perform here?
well, on these, you've got just to, they need to ride, be able to stay on them basically in this class.
I could do it. Is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
But and he'll tell them in a minute, and they may already have to go at their favorite gait, and their favorite gait is always usually just as fast as they can go.
As fast as they can.
Now she is jogging. See,
Okay.
she's posting.
Okay.
I'm sorry. See how she's lifting herself up out of the saddle
Yep.
in rhythm with the pony.
Okay. Oh, yep. I see that. So we do have about 7 individuals that are signed up for this competition, the Pony Pleasure. And as you can see, they're all sizes, really. I mean, ponies come in all shapes and sizes.
And we'll see these same people come back in again and again. We have a Weston Robertson and Aurelia Crawford.
Yep. Well,
I'm on the wrong class.
well, we are reading from our phones. So.
There we are.
I have a Caroline White,
Yes.
a Sadie Ballard, a Lillian Howell, a Carter Love, Colson Love, and a Carol Julian, and a Reese Caldenmeyer. It looks like that's our group of individuals out today competing in the Pony Pleasure category tonight. Now, what are the judges? You said the judges are looking to make sure they stay on.
Well,
And
the judge is going to judge these as they would a Western horse, but then you've got a walking horse and a Western horse both in here. And so the judge is going to judge them for how that horse performs for his breed,
oh, gotcha.
and then again how well the rider is handling, and he's going to judge them for how they perform in the different gaits. And some will be a walk, some will be a slow walk, and then some will be, they'll just say your favorite gait.
Can see it there.
And then they'll reverse and do the same thing over again.
Okay. Look at that little guy right there.
Yeah, he started young. Our flag bearer tonight for the state flag was so good to be such a young man, a little boy. He had, those flags are really, really hard to handle and hard to
Hold on to
hold
and
on
steer the
to.
horse. And
his flag came out of the boot, not his boot, but a boot that it sits in. But he still carried that flag, never let it drop, and that's a hard thing to do for an adult. But he did it, and never missed a beat. I would have been on the ground with the flag.
Right. I believe the gentleman, the little guy that was running the Tennessee flag ended up
That's
stopping.
the one I'm talking about.
Oh,
yeah.
is that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it came, there's a boot it fits in
Yep.
that's tied to their stirrup. And it came out, and he was able to keep control of it, not drop he knew not to drop the flag.
Yeah. He looked pretty young too. So,
But that was real hard
Yep.
to hold the flag. But it's a great honor for any rider to be asked to be the flag bearer. You have to be good. You have to have been a champion or win a lot, and you have to be able to. And they have to practice for quite a while carrying that flag.
wow.
So, but it's a big honor, and congratulations to them.
That's a big. So we've looks like the judges are out there and they're making another loop around.
See, they're on the reverse. And so just in just a minute, he's going to ask them to come in and line up. And when he does, then he's going to walk around, and this is how it'll be every class.
Okay.
They'll go all the way around the ring one time and performing. They'll start out with a flat walk or a flat foot walk or a slow walk, and then they'll go on into maybe a faster speed, like a running walk or
Yep. like a trot or a gallop
fast,
or
yes.
something. Okay.
And then they'll go back to the slow walk or the flat foot walk. And every time they go to another gate, they go back to that original flat foot or slow walk.
Okay.
And then they'll do their fast, they'll do a canter. And then after they do that, they go back to the flat foot, they'll reverse and do everything all over again. And
Wow.
now he's bringing them in and having them line up. And when he does this, he's judging the horse or the pony and for confirmation to see if that pony is built as it's supposed to be, as a good example for that breed.
Okay.
So he's looking for the best example. But confirmation is a very small, it's the smallest percentage of what they're judged on. Their performance is about 75% of it.
I mean, these young people have been at school all day,
Yeah.
and now they're out here with their horses.
And
so.
you got to look and see
Yep.
how clean these horses are and how clean their tack is.
Oh, yeah.
And so they've had to work real hard and maybe skip school if they could have. They used to let you do that, but not anymore.
I think so. And this category actually will be awarded some money, right?
Yes,
It looks like.
yes.
For the
First place will be $50 and then 40, 30, and 20.
Okay.
And so it's a big deal for these people.
Yeah.
Now,
That's enough for what, a couple bales of hay?
yeah,
right?
it is.
Right. Well, and like you mentioned, they're going to be in a couple of classes tonight, so they have a chance to win a little more than
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So, yeah. So,
Look at the midway. It looks like a
it's
lot of
beautiful.
fun. Candied apple. That's another favorite.
oh
of the
my
fair.
gosh. Cotton candy.
Yeah.
Cotton candy is good.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. So, just to look ahead a little bit tonight, we are the youth walk
The
trot.
results
18
coming
years
in.
and under will be
For class
after
3,
this.
Pony Pleasure.
Then we'll have youth Western
First
Pleasure,
place,
18
entry
years
number
and under.
78, Carl Julian.
Then youth ranch horse pleasure. So we've got a lot going
Second
on.
place, entry
All right,
number
it sounds like we're
25,
gonna
Carter Love.
maybe head somewhere. So we're
Third
gonna be
place,
back.
Entry number 53, Lillian Howell. And fourth place, entry number 36, Reese Caldemeyer. Thank you very much. We'll be moving into class 4, the youth walk trot.
Okay.
We'll
well,
be looking for 15
so hopefully
entries.
the audience at home just heard the announcer in the arena make the winners. It's hard for us to see where we are, Debbie, but we do have a nice view up here for the television, but it's hard for us to see what's going on in the arena. That's why we're going to rely on the announcer tonight from this stage. Oh, here they come, it looks like. As you can see, we've got some people out here at the fair tonight enjoying this horse show. I will remind you that if you haven't been out to the fair, we've got a couple more nights left and lots of stuff to see and do. Always a tradition.
Entry number 50, Colson Love. Entry number 78, Carl
Julian. Entry number 16, Reese Caldemeyer. Entry number 37, Gretchen Sebo. Entry number 38, Braden Huddleston. Entry number 83, Richard Bennett. Entry number 77, Riley McCoy. Entry 275, Carter Randolph. And entry number 274, Katie Beth Randolph. 15 entries in the class Youth Walk Trot.
All right, and is this Weston yours? Is yours? Are you? Well, I said that y'all were still giving away. Y'all were still giving away the money. I said that because I don't, and I told him. Okay.
Okay.
Are they yours?
All right. I just wanted to make a quick correction. So the motorcycles got rained out, Debbie. So they're going to they're going to be able to run on Sunday at 6 o'clock.
That would be fun.
Yeah, so if you do get an extra night to come out to the fair, but the midway and some of the exhibits and everything will be closed.
Okay.
But you can still come out and see the motorcycles through Sunday or Sunday evening, and then you can ride rides up till Saturday.
That'll be exciting. Candy Apple might still be here.
Okay.
I just found out we've got a real exciting little program coming up. And it's a program with ducks and collies that are going to gather them back together. And it's really, really fun to watch this. We have somebody that came by and shared this information. We had Wes Robertson came by to share this with us. And it is Wes and Will that have continued this.
The dollar.
The dollar for every person that's in the first two classes.
The stick horse race and the lead line.
And the lead line. And that way, everybody goes home a winner. And their grandfather started that back in the probably 40s, 50s. Yeah. But Wes has worked every year with this fair as long as, and before he was old enough to start working with it, he was in that arena himself. But tonight, and I thought I saw it earlier, his son is here in this arena. And so this is it's a family thing that
like
goes
third
on.
generation, fourth generation?
Well, his son would be the fourth generation to start becoming very active with the fair, and that's wonderful.
Wow. Do you know how old the son is?
No, I
No,
don't.
a younger one. Okay. Okay. Well.
I think he was in one of the under 6 classes a few minutes ago.
Okay.
But he'll be back and share a little more information with us in a few minutes.
Entry number 77, Riley McCoy. Entry number 275, Carter Randolph. And entry number 274, Katie Beth Randolph. 15 entries in Class 4, Youth Walk Trot.
Got one right there. We're got one coming, Judge. One coming down the alley. All right, spread out, spread out. Give yourself room, give yourself room. Don't bunch up. Stop your horses just a minute. Here comes number 15. All right, close the gate, close the gate. On the rail at a walk. On the rail at a walk. Give yourself plenty of room. 15 entries in the youth walk trot. On the rail at a walk. If you haven't had a chance to go by the country store, lots of homemade goodies. You got a little craving for that sweet tooth, they can sure fix you right up. Cakes, pies, cookies, they got it. You want it. Go see them. Take your horses to a trot, please. Take your horses to a trot.
Okay, we're at the 96th annual Putnam County Fair. We're at the horse show, county horse show. We're hosting.
The grease pig catching contest, 7:45. in the Thompson Cat Rental Big Barn. If you win, you'll win $20. Again, Grease Pig Catching Contest now at 7:45 in the Thompson Cat Rental Big Barn. If you win, you'll win $20, which means you could get a $20 ride armband on the Midway. It'll be sold until 10 p.m. Those are good, by the way, until 11 p.m. tonight. That's Midway ride armbands.
This is Class 4, the Youth Walk Trot. Katie Beth Randolph, Carter Randolph, Riley McCoy, Richard Bennett, Braden Huddleston, Gretchen Seabold, Reese Caldemeyer, Carl Julian, Colson Love, Carter Love, Blaine Bussell, Annie Woodcock, Sadie Ballard, Harper Grace Simcox, and Caroline White. Class number 4, Youth Walk Trot. Down to a walk, please. Down to a walk. Reverse your horses, please. Reverse and continue at a walk. Reverse and continue at a walk. Trot your horses, please. Trot your horses.
I had a job offer to work in Oakland when I lived in Western Pleasure, Class 5, Youth Western Pleasure. Class 5. Line them up. I actually graduated with a broadcast journalism degree. Well, and an English degree. That's what London teach. But I graduated.
Following walk trot, we'll go to Class 5, Youth Western Pleasure. Following walk trot, we'll move into Western Pleasure. Tough class for 18 and under.
I'm soft-spoken. I preach at Local Stroke Church of Christ. Well, I know you used the big boot, voice. Try it. The big soft-spoken on that.
Down to a walk, please. Down to a walk. Line them up facing the north grandstand, please. Line them up facing the north grandstand. Class 4 youth walk trot, 18 and under. Line up facing the grandstand. Following walk trot, we'll go to Class 5 youth western pleasure.
Okay.
I've been tied down to the chair.
Okay. Well, it looks like they're lining up, Debbie, to let the judges take a look at them.
This is a really exciting class. This is a class, the pleasure pony walk trot. It's something that they do with the American, it's a class, not something, they do with the American Quarter Horse Association. And I'm not sure if this show is sanctioned. I've got a hunch that it is. That these people that win these points will then, it will go on to a tally that they accumulate throughout the season that gives them a ranking as toward a championship. And it's very, very important for them to earn these points in each class. And we had these, the way these kids were riding, you could tell they've been taught how to ride properly for that breed horse, and it's been a really good class.
And there's a variety of horses. I know you mentioned quarter horse, but I think I saw
There's a walking horse in here, and so a regular pleasure horse, and so they're you'll see a wide variety.
What would that one be right there?
That would be just a little Shetland pony, and a lot of times they're just mean as the devil. You always be guaranteed to get thrown off.
Well, when they're that short to the ground, it would be too far. Right?
I think the shorter they are, the meaner they are.
Well, he must think it's dinner time because he's been a little fussy, I believe.
They are fussy little ponies, but they're really a lot of fun. But they're not. These bigger ponies are much easier, much more gentle.
Mm-hmm. And you're a little higher up.
Short pony syndrome.
You're right. Right. Well, it's just, again, a beautiful night to be here at the Putnam County Agricultural Industrial Fair.
It really is. And everybody's having a lot of fun. But this, I'm just looking over the fairgrounds, and it's so much prettier and brighter and cleaner than it's looked. They've really made a lot of improvements in the last 4 or 5 years.
I think it's that #1 county fair in the state of Tennessee that's gotten them all shiny.
That's right. They worked hard to earn it.
Yep.
These kids that are in here riding tonight, their mom and daddy didn't just get that horse ready and bring it. These kids have had to work. They had to work to learn how to handle the horse, how to ride, how to groom the horse, and they have it's a very good thing to have the horses for young people or ponies, because it teaches them to be committed and to follow through.
Yep.
Responsibility,
absolutely. And that's the judge down there, I guess, giving direction. Oh, he says what? Okay,
well, they've just given out the ribbons and the first place winner.
Yep, I think they have given out the awards, and we've got a class coming up after this called Youth Western Pleasure, 18 years and under.
That'll be a good class.
Yeah.
And we're going to see a lot of the same ones come back.
Yep, I think so. You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
We've seen them. And then beyond that, we have the Youth Ranch Horse Pleasure, and then our favorite, the costume class. And then we get into some of the open to the world court classes.
Now, in these classes for a legitimate walk trot, they're not allowed to cross over in this show to something you just read off.
The open to the world?
No, the pleasure class.
Oh, okay.
They are the ranch, the road. Yeah,
Youth
they
ranch.
can't cross over. So, in our show, they can cross over, and you can bring that same horse back in and show them in a different class. But not with the, if they're trying to go with the points for the American Quarter Horse Association, they can't cross over.
Okay.
They have to, now the next show they go to, they can change and enter those other classes, but not both.
Gotcha. So it's one or the other, either walk, trot, or Western pleasure.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm assuming they go all over the state of
They
Tennessee?
do.
Or...
And sometimes they'll go on to.
Okay. All right, Debbie, I think they want to send it into the arena as the next group is coming out.
Sounds good.
Close the gate, please. Close the gate. This is your class, Judge. This is your class. On the rail of the walk. On the rail of the walk, you are being judged. This is Class 5, Youth Western Pleasure, 18 and under. We'll be following it with Class 6, the Youth Ranch Horse. And then everybody's favorite, Class 7, the costume class. Class 6, Youth Ranch Horse Pleasure, 18 and under. Be making your way to lineup.
Sandusky? Wait to see the corner thing.
On the rail of the trot, please. On the rail of the trot. This is the Thursday Night Horse Show at the 96th Annual Putnam County Fair, the #1 fair in Tennessee. Entry number 36, Reese Caldemeyer. Entry number 37, Gretchen Seabolt. Entry number 50, Colson Love. Entry number 25, Carter Love. Entry number 53, Lillian Howell. Entry number 89, Annie Woodcock. And entry number 43, Angel Hetty. Youth Western Pleasure.
If you find a Harley-Davidson motorcycle key, please bring it to the main stage at this time.
Take your horses to a lope, please. Take your horses to a lope.
The motorcycle key is now in the fair office. If you're the owner of that motorcycle and motorcycle key, please go to the fair office at this time. Thank you.
Take your horses down to a trot, please. Down to a trot. reverse your horses at a trot, please. Reverse and continue trotting. Reverse at a trot, please. Take your horses to a lope, please. Take your horses to a lope. 7 entries in Youth Western Pleasure. Angel Hetty, Annie Woodcock, Lillian Howell, Carter Love, Colson Love, Gretchen C. Bolton, Reese Caldemeyer. This is Youth Western Pleasure. Following the Youth Western Pleasure, we're moving to Class 6 Youth Ranch Horse. Take your horses to a trot, please. Down to a trot, please. Down to a walk, please. Down to a walk. On the rail to walk in class number 5, Youth Western Pleasure. Line them up facing the North Grandstand. Line them up facing the North Grandstand, please. Horse Pleasure, you're in the lineup. Class 6, Youth Ranch Horse Pleasure, you're in lineup.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, Debbie, I know these young people are excited about this judgment here that they're getting ready to.
You asked earlier, they've probably been showing it all over the state, definitely in other counties when it's open to their division, their type of breed. But there's nothing ever as much fun as coming to your hometown and showing. And it's so wonderful that they have a night that's limited to just this county. And so these kids are all excited because they get to show their buddies how good they get ride and their pretty ponies, and it's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
And they earned it because they didn't just go to the barn and jump on a horse.
Right. You were kind of telling me a little bit about the work that goes into training and being involved in horseback riding.
You know, when you are riding these horses and if you're showing them, you must ride them every day. And so you've got that responsibility. But then on top of that, it's like any animal. So the parents are teaching them this has to be fed every morning, every night. And so you're teaching those responsibilities. But every day, if you're showing a horse, even through the winter, you must ride.
Must ride. All right, Debbie, I think we're going back to the announcer in the ring.
Third place, entry number 50, Colson Love. Fourth place, entry number 43, Angel Hetty. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, what a great night. We're
It's a
cruising
great
right
night.
through
It's a
some
lot
of
of fun.
these.
And we're just enjoying this weather so much.
It is, and I hope you're enjoying at home watching this horse show from the Putnam County Fairgrounds, and we are going to be right back after this break.
That'll be fun.
Since their beginning in 1956, Swallows Insurance Agency has been providing protection for thousands of individuals and families throughout our region. Swallows Insurance cares about the safety and well-being of you, your family, and our community. Swallows Insurance Agency, with 3 locations in Cookeville, Livingston, and Smithville. Online at swallowsinsurance.com.
How can we learn from the past?
It is a story that Americans are challenged with all the time.
It's haunting, cruel,
Tragic,
Threatening, shocking,
unbelievable,
evil,
illogical,
xenophobic,
genocide,
danger, death. But that's not all there is to this story.
And welcome back to Backstage Pass at the 96th Annual Putnam County Fair. I'm joined by 2 of the 3 Cowgirls of Real Estate. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
So tell us, how did you get your nickname, Cowgirls of Real Estate?
So we are all into horses, and as real estate agents, there's a bunch of us in the Upper Cumberland, and we wanted to kind of pick something that would stand out amongst everyone. So we kind of use our horse background as cowgirls and rodeoing, and it just kind of evolved into Cowgirls of Real Estate.
Wonderful.
Ashley, you're competing in some events tonight, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I sure am.
Which events are you competing in?
I will be competing in class number 11, which is the Ranch Pleasure, and also in the Egg and Spoon race and the potato race.
Now tell us, what's some of your favorite things to do when you come to the fair? I know you guys come every year and compete. What are some of your favorite things to do?
Of course, we're horse people, so we like to hit up the rodeo, and we showed Saturday at the open horse show, and we're at the county show tonight.
And we love to come for fair food.
Of course. What classes are you competing in tonight?
I'm going to be in the Ranch Pleasure class and the Egg and Spoon and potato race.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. It's so nice to speak with you. Yes,
us.
we'll take you back to the main stage.
Okay. All right, Debbie, I think what we're seeing now in the ring is that the Youth Ranch Horse Pleasure, Category 6, if you're following along in your fair book.
And if you notice, these classes seem to be so very similar to each other. But again, they're judged a little bit differently. And in these American Quarter Horse shows, they cannot cross over from the walk trot into the ranch at the same show. So I'm pretty certain here tonight they're able to cross over. I'm sure that at this show they're able to cross over and show the same horse in the walk trot, youth walk trot that they're showing in the youth ranch leisure.
And I don't know if there's much difference in the Western pleasure versus the ranch horse pleasure. But
Well, there is a little bit of difference, but to me it's very minute. And I'm sure that these people that show all the time could tell you. But it's a good question.
Good question. We'll figure that out.
I'm a blank right now.
Well, again, we are live from the Putnam County Fairgrounds. We are here with the Putnam County Horse Show, and we've been through a couple of categories, but right now we're looking at the youth ranch horse pleasure.
And they're still waiting for one more entry to come in.
Okay.
So just as soon as we get that, then we'll be on to the next.
Yep. And then they'll take a couple of laps around the ring and listen to the ringmaster there to determine what they need to do. And you're looking at the judges. They stand in the middle of the ring. And
you've got a judge, and then this lady beside the judge is your ringmaster. And so she has a very important job, believe it or not. The judge turn around and tell her that when he wants them to change gates, and just like now, he told her, okay, everybody, we've given this other person long enough, and so start the class. So used to, they had hand signals, that they would do certain things.
to let the rider know what's coming up.
Yeah, we need a timeout.
Right.
Somebody threw a shoe. That reverse, canter, run and walk, flat foot. So they gave those signals back to the master ceremony, who then was able to announce for them to reverse or change gates and what gate to change to.
Okay.
So she has an important job. Also, she's got a separate radio that she's able to radio back to the back barns, the same as the ringmaster is, but ringmaster's really the one supposed
She's
to
the one in
making
charge.
that call. She is also responsible if somebody throws a shoe. She is responsible for helping find that shoe. Judge doesn't do that. He doesn't need to lower himself to that. But they usually do. It's all a sport. But if I was trying to think of another example. Sometimes the horse will lose a piece of their tack will break. Maybe their girt may come undone, or stirrup may slide off, or just a rein might break for some reason. Then it's her responsibility to help that person. And if somebody pulls into the center, then the ringmaster goes to that person to find out what is the problem, and then convey back by hand signal, but now by radio, to the master ceremony exactly what's going on. So
now, are they allowed to re-enter the competition, or are they out?
If they've had some tack that broke, or they throw a shoe, they have so many minutes to get that shoe back on. So it's real important they have a blacksmith here on duty. So when somebody throws a shoe, they're hoping that blacksmith somewhere real close that he can jump. Usually they would jump over the fence and run with their little case just hard as they could. And of course you found that shoe, so you could put that same shoe right back on them. And they only have like 7 minutes, something like that, to get that shoe back on.
All right, well, let's hear what the Master of Ceremonies has to say.
Angel Hetty. Entry number 56, Sadie Ballard. Take your horses to a walk, please. Down to a walk, please. Entry number 6, Blaine Bustle. And entry number 17, Harper Grace Simcox. 13 entries, Youth Ranch Horse Pleasure. Lope your horses, please. Lope your horses, please. Costume class. Be making your way to lineup. Costume class is next. Take your horses to a walk, please. Take your horses to a walk. Reverse and continue at a walk. Reverse and continue at a walk. Lope your horses, please. Lope your horses. Trot your horses, please. Trot your horses. Riley McCoy, Katie Beth Randolph, Carter Randolph, Harper Grace Simcox, Blaine Bussell. Down to a walk, please. On the rail at a walk. Sadie Ballard, Angel Hetty, Annie Woodcock, Isabella Howe, Colson Love, Carl Julian, Braden Huddleston, and Richard Bennett. Class number 6, Youth Ranch Horse Pleasure. Stop your horses, please. Stop your horses. Back your horses up, please. Back your horses up, please. Line up facing the north grandstand. Line them up facing the north grandstand.
Okay. All right. Well, there's
We've
just
had
all
our
kinds of
lesson tonight
activities.
on
Yes,
a
we have.
difference in a mule and a donkey and a jack and a Jenny.
That's right.
And I'm really confused now.
Right. Well, we're all about lifelong learning.
That's
so.
right.
Some really cute kids out here in this competition. And this is let me get that duck turned around.
Ranch, Western Ranch.
The Youth Ranch Horse Pleasure is what they're calling it. Yep.
Well, certainly I think all of these kids have had a lot of pleasure in everything they're doing tonight. Watch your grin.
Absolutely. And hopefully they'll have some winners and they'll get to go to school tomorrow and show off that blue ribbon.
Yeah.
Maybe even make and this category does have some cash awards with it.
$50 first place.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving away a lot of money at the fair now for these classes, and I'm so glad to see that because they work so hard. So this is a big pot.
Absolutely. And like you mentioned, they're in a couple of categories, so they might walk away with a couple $100 by the end of the night. Plus just the satisfaction of a good job.
Job well done.
Yes. Just to remind people at home, the fair does go through Saturday night if you're interested in the midway and some of the exhibits. But for those that are interested in motorcycles, they can come back on Sunday at 6 o'clock and catch the live motorcycles.
Would be a lot of fun.
Yep. Okay. All right, Debbie, I think we're going to go back to the arena and see what's going on.
Second place, entry number 274, Katie Beth Randolph. Third place, entry number 275, Carter Randolph. And fourth place, entry number 89, Annie Woodcock. Thank you very much. That moves us into the costume class.
Well, I heard lots of crowd cheering from that one.
And they really enjoyed this class. They're enjoying all of these classes with these kids. So I think we've got a good crowd considering it's a school night. And to know these kids have got to go back home and get these animals ready. Because they can't just take them and turn them out to pasture. They've got to clean them up and put them up. And so they're probably not going to get in bed till midnight.
Good thing it's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Friday, but they still have to go to school.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And then coming up after this, we've got a fun costume class, 10 years and under.
Oh, I love that class. That's my favorite. They have so much fun. I think the parents have more fun.
You had mentioned earlier about a competition that you had participated in.
Oh, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, brings back lots of memories.
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, that's right.
That was
all right.
our most fun.
When we get back, we'll hear more about that. And for right now, we're going to take a quick break.
Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
The Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region.
All right, Debbie, we love our sponsors, and if it wasn't for our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do this live broadcast tonight. And just as you see those ads pop up in between our breaks, do go out and thank our sponsors for their support of WCT and this community, and to be able to bring the live broadcast to this fair. So
we're very fortunate to have such a wonderful television station that's won so many awards.
Oh, look, we have a zebra.
Oh.
We've got the costumes, so you can see that we've got
They've painted these horses. They're wonderful.
This is the costume class, the costume class, 10 years and under. And I love that the horses are just accommodate all this decor. Isn't she pretty?
A unicorn.
Every little girl needs a unicorn.
Wow, cute. That's a lot of work. The lights. Oh, now Wes Robertson has this and his child in the Robertson Trucking.
I see it. Is that the right there? And
Yes,
it's got,
there's Wes.
Got some ducks or something in the back there.
Now we're going to see those ducks again in a little bit.
Oh,
And we're
okay.
going to see them perform. And I think that is probably right after this class. And it's really fun. It's really going to be good.
It looks. So far, everything's been really good.
Yeah.
I think.
I love this class. It's just we had Ryder join in.
Okay.
This is so interesting. I never would have thought of doing this.
How
and I wonder what
beautiful
they
is
painted
that?
it with. Maybe shoe polish so it'd wash off.
Boy, I hope so.
I do too.
Otherwise, that horse, the other horses might give him a hard time. Maybe.
Now, that flying saucer.
Flying saucer and an alien.
Yes. She's been abducted.
Yeah, right.
That's interesting. But, who thinks of these things? Then they had to make it.
I know. I think that looks great. Sounds great. I think we're going to go to maybe we're going to head into the arena.
Lynn Brown. And entry number 82, Caroline and Ashley Joe White with the alien abduction. Pick you a favorite and let them hear you. When you get back to the north side, line them up. When you get back to the north side, line them up. Face the grandstand, please. The Open to the World flat shod racking will be coming up, followed by adult Western pleasure.
As a reminder, tonight's Putnam County Horse Show is sponsored by State Senator Paul Bailey and Thompson Cat Rental. Be sure to check out Wilson Banks Grandma's Barnyard. They have live demonstrations sponsored by Dry Levy. as well as an antique engine and tractor display. That's open until 9 p.m. here at the fair.
Following the costume class will be the Open to the World flat shod racking.
Smoking of tobacco or vape products is not allowed in any building, in or around the grandstands, on the stages, or while standing around the main arena fence.
Hey, Gunner, take them boys over and run them ride a horse. Listen, I may be.
Our Diamond Star sponsors include Dry Levy Salvage, Fleet Guard, Ford Lincoln of Cookeville, Highway 70 Barbecue, Snyder's Tractor of Sparta, Crossville Tractor Company, and the Tennessee Department of Agriculture.
Tough time making a decision. 9 good costumes. Caroline and Ashley Joe, Ray Lynn, Reese, Bo, Willa Mesa and Wesley, Ava Kate, Visa, Gretchen, Reese and Daylin. Costume class, class 7. Following the costume class, we go to class 8, the flat shod racking, Open to the World.
Get your 96th annual commemorative t-shirt tonight. Sienna by the fair office. Supplies are limited.
Results coming in. Your first place in Class 7, the costume class, Weston Robertson Trucking. Second place, entry number 60, Ava Kate Jones. Third place, entry number 31, Reese Bustle. And fourth place, entry number 62, Daylin Miner. Thank you.
I'm Eric. Greg. Nice to meet you, Greg. Yeah, cool.
Are you on the WCTE board?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, Dawson's on there.
No, the actual broadcasting board or whatever it is.
Board. Oh. Welcome back to Backstage Pass. We are joined by Cookeville City Councilman Eric Walker. Eric, what makes the Putnam County Fair so special?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's actually started when you're young, right? Like, so I remember when I was super young, one of the things that really got me going was the Starship. And I think at the time it was the Starship, I'm going to tell my age here, the Starship 2000. 2000, the
Yes.
millennia hadn't started yet. And we would get here and we'd think, oh my gosh, like I got to get on that thing. It like sucks you to the side.
All the
and-
G's, right?
Yeah.
So
and
you're
then-
forced to the side.
Yeah, and you're at that age where you're like trying to find a girlfriend out there in the
Yep.
crowd or something, you know,
you got
a
time
high
to
school
look.
sweetheart. But, you know, so that was certainly the rides are a highlight for me. Bringing that back, I brought out some youngsters the other day, and for them it was like watching it all over again. They're running for the Starship 2000, getting their courage up, trying to get on the really fast rides. But
Since you've been here so long and since you've been coming as a kid, what are some events that you love to see at the Putnam County Fair?
Oh gosh, that's the other best part. So really, I've been getting into horse shows lately, so that's why I'm here tonight. It's fun to watch the horse show that we have tonight. You know, the Demolition Derby's probably my favorite. It's a super fun event.
It's a big night.
Yeah, the cars are crashing together.
Yeah.
I keep telling myself I really want to build a demo derby car.
You should.
Please do. Next
So,
year we can
do
have
it.
you on talking about that.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So
good.
certainly. So I think that event, and then there's just so many other great events. And I think tomorrow night at 7 is the tractor pull.
It is.
Oh, yes.
So-
and you can see it here on WCT.
We will be here for
Absolutely,
it.
yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, it's so nice to speak with you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here with
Thanks,
us.
guys.
Let's
That'd
go
be
send it
great.
back to the
Thank
main
you.
stage. We're going to watch some ducks being herded.
And right there, got your stock loaded. Chad and Candy Collins, Livingston, Tennessee.
Well, Debbie, how about that?
I love that. I'm so fascinated with those dogs. They're so talented. And yes, it's a lot of training, but not really they're born with this.
Right, the instinct to kind of herd, and
Yes.
but what if you notice there was a whistle that was leading them into the direction to
I
put
didn't
those.
know that until you told
Yeah.
me. And then and it's two different men with two different whistles.
Maybe. I don't know about that, but I'll take your word for it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Those are really wonderful dogs.
Right, and I don't know if you noticed, but the truck that they were loading those ducks, that was part of the costume competition.
That was Wes.
Mm-hmm.
That was Wes Robertson, and they did win first prize.
I did. Congratulations to that team.
Oh, that was cute.
Yep.
And that was, I think Wes is the one that set that up for them to do that presentation.
Well, very, very interesting. When you're at the fair, you hear all kinds of great things.
You sure do.
Yep. So speaking of the fair, Saturday night is the last night. If you're interested in the midway or some of the exhibits, but I'll remind everybody at home, you can still see the motor race on Sunday at 6 o'clock. It was rained out on the first schedule, so they have rescheduled it for Sunday at 6. So coming up in this Class 8, flat shot racking is what we're going to be looking at, and that's the open to the world competition, meaning there's more than just Putnam County. So it looks like we're going to need some water, and we are out here live, and things happen. So, all right, I hope you're enjoying our coverage at home today. This evening we will be back tomorrow night for the tractor pull, so that should be a lot of fun. We'll start at 7 to 10. But right now, we're going to see what's going on here in the arena. We've got flat shot racking. Again, this is open to the world competition. And I'm assuming these are mostly adults in this one. What kind of horses would they have here, Debbie?
With your flat shot racking, these are racking horses.
Okay.
These are racking horses, and the judges asked for them to come in at a slow rack, and then and now walking horses. This is interesting. You can have a horse that's registered for a Tennessee walking horse, but it can also be registered as a racking horse. So their gait is very, very simple. It's still the 1, 2, 3, 4 step that we have. But the difference in a racking horse and a walking horse is, see how this one's head's real high and his nose is out a little bit, and their feet go straight up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's consistent with a racking horse, where with the walking horse, their feet will come up and reach out.
Reach out, okay.
The walking horse was for walking over the rows and the plantations.
Right.
The racking horse, I'm not sure, but maybe it was small rows.
Yeah, right.
Thin
Shorter
rows.
rolls, right.
But they're fast. This is what's so fun about them. And it's a real, real popular breed.
Wow.
And you'll see in a minute. And he asked for him to go ahead and he'll call for him to go at a fast track in a minute. And they really speed it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think we're going to head to the arena.
It's a big crowd pleaser.
Yep. Well, let's hear what the
There,
arena
look at
announcer has
this
to
one.
say.
Look. Now, it's real important he stay consistent.
It's beautiful.
Reverse your horses, please. Reverse your horses, please. Back to a walk. Back to a walk. Show at your favorite gate, please. Show at your favorite gate. Line them up facing the north grandstand. Line them up facing the north grandstand. We'll be moving into Class 9 next, the Adult Western Pleasure. Class 9 Adult Western Pleasure. We'll be looking for two entries. How you gonna know how it ends? Thank you, though.
Okay. Maybe.
Result. flat shod racking open to the world. First place, entry number 665, Alex Dixon. Second place, entry number 79, Dylan Dishman. Third place, entry number 572, Candace Bowman. And fourth place, entry number 21, Austin Helton. Thank you.
Now that we're at the end of the class.
And welcome back to Backstage Pass. We're here with Miss Putnam County, Lindsay Guy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. So tell us, what is it like being crowned Miss Putnam County?
Well, I tell you what, it was an honor. It was a blessing. I've just been so overwhelmed, especially meeting new people and all kinds of events. It's just been an honor. I've loved it so far.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What are some of the events you've attended this week at the fair?
So I have attended the monster truck, the derby, the motocross races. My brother was one of the racers in the motocross.
The whole family's here.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
What does the Putnam County Fair mean to you?
Family, everybody coming together, just enjoying the time, and you see all kinds of faces coming in, and it's just like everybody's connecting, and so that's what I love about the fair.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
it's an
thank you
honor
for
to speak
having
with
me.
you.
Yeah,
We're going to
absolutely.
send it
Thank
back
you.
to the host.
The Realty firm has been serving the buyers and sellers of the Upper Cumberland since 2012 with locations in Cookeville, Byrdstown, Livingston, Crossville, and Gainsborough. The full-service realty firm ensures that each client is educated, motivated, and updated, creating an experience, not a transaction.
Southern Landscape Supply offers a large variety of outdoor power equipment, including zero-turn mowers, bad boy tractors, specialty turf equipment, turf and landscape supplies, parts, and services. Since 2004, Southern Landscape Supply has been providing the Upper Cumberland with their outdoor power equipment needs.
Okay, well, lots of great stuff happening here at the fair. We just finished up a class. We're getting ready to go into the Western.
And they announced the winners of all the hat competition tonight. If I had known, I'm so sorry I didn't. I would have brought my hats back tonight.
Next year. There's always next year.
Oh, we'll have to know when the hat night is.
Always fun at the fair. Always lots going on. Lots of people to see.
You know, I don't care what you're doing, what you can do. There is something going to be here that you're going to enjoy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And tonight we're watching the horse show, the Putnam County Horse Show. We've seen costumes. We've seen young riders. Now we just saw the racking, and now we're going to see the adult Western pleasure, which, I mean, these are working horses. This is kind of the working class of the horse ring.
Yes, and we're seeing most of our classes tonight have been dedicated to the youth, to the young people. And I'm so glad to see that, because the young people are able to learn so much from the horses, and it keeps their mind into something that's healthy and helps them develop in the proper way.
Well, and look at you. I mean, you're a fine example of that.
Well,
you grew up
I don't know about
in
that.
the horse world.
My mother might say different. But I think it does teach children the responsibility, and it gives them the encouragement to work toward a goal, and the appreciation and respect they have for winning, being able to win or reach those goals. So it's a good thing. This is our adult Western pleasure, and so this lady is at Elope.
Yep.
Elope.
Now, is there a certain type of horse you need for this?
This
is it quarter horses?
Western pleasure would be your Western horse, and around here you'll see some quarter horses. You'll see the sometimes a walking horse. Because they can all do the same thing.
Right. You've heard that repeated throughout the night tonight already.
Right.
The Western pleasure horse is rewarded for their calm collectigate performed on a loose rein. A ranch pleasure horse is presented in a natural forward-moving style. So compared to what we just saw a few minutes ago where there was a little more...
This is a true Western class. It's not been like I thought it was going to be. a mixture like a lot of our county classes are. So these are true to their breed.
Okay. So a little bit slower than what we just saw a few minutes ago with the...
Oh, a lot slower.
Yep. And what would the judges be looking for with
well,
a
with
Western?
this one, the judge is watching to see how well this horse behaves, but how he's walking with this slow steps, the head. They want to be pretty well level with their body, and they like for their tail to be very still.
Okay. I think you can see that in the two that we're watching right
now. Yeah, and it's not fair to ask you which one you think might be the best, but
do you have a favorite?
I like the woman's horse
Okay.
better for this class, and I may be wrong, but it just seems to be. I like that one better. But they're both great.
Yep. They do look great.
And they're really pretty horses. They're almost
They're very
identical.
similar. I was going to say
Yeah.
they're very similar. And that you can see, I mean, there's a lot of maintenance. The tails are brushed out real pretty. And
there's a lot of work that goes into this.
You know, we watched tonight the horse show. Last week we had the rodeo on, and you saw a lot of the similar horses working. I mean, they were roping and barrel racing, and so it's
very
interesting.
versatile.
Yes. You know,
Now they're loping.
Yep.
But see, he started loping, and he was consistent with it. Her horse is having a problem.
And that would be points, right? You're going to get
that's
some
gonna
points.
hurt
Yep.
her if the judge saw it.
Oh, okay.
Because he didn't see it.
Right.
And his back's turned.
Yep. So maybe it's in her favor.
Yes, it sure was.
I think if we just have the two, then
That's all we got.
It looks like there are several categories. So there's money, $40, $50 will be awarded tonight to these folks.
So with just two in here, the judge is going to get this one over with just real quick. He's
Right.
going to call them to come in and line up.
Yep.
But he's going to run them through all three gates.
And then coming up next would be the Country Pleasure. And this is all ages. And it's in quotation, hats off to the fair. So I guess that's coming up.
Hats off to the fair.
That's what it says. So we'll see what they're talking. What we're going to have. So tonight, I mean, we've seen lots of young ladies here representing the pageant.
I've been watching them. They're so pretty. And I love, they used to come and they wore their formal gowns.
Yep.
I love seeing them dressed in these cute little farm dresses.
And their cowgirl boots.
Oh, no, it's great. Well, of course, our little girls are always going to be the queens.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Okay, so I can hear.
They've got to back up. And now, the other horses only had to back up a minimum of 3 steps. But this judge is really making them work on it. And they do have to back. Because when they rope a calf, they may have to back up a few steps.
Yep.
So more than just 3. And so that's showing that they can do that.
Yep. Well, we mentioned earlier that this is an award-winning fair. It won a big award this year, the #1 country fair in the state of Tennessee. So hats off and congratulations to
First
everybody.
time in several years. And to be the #1 to beat Wilson County out. I think we need to point that out. Everybody says, oh, I used to. Oh, we're going to go to Wilson County. I'm not. Now,
Just wait. Now. Yeah, now they're showing up here, aren't they?
That's right.
But we are excited to have that recognition for our team members at the fair and everything that they did to make that happen. Just a big congratulations. And, looks like we're already lined them up. Going to be giving them some awards here. it's basically a coin toss right now.
Do you know it's been almost 50 years since we won the Champion of Champion Fairs?
Wow. Nope. 1976 was the last time.
So, hats off to
It's
our
about
fair
time.
board.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Congratulations to them. And I know there's a lot that goes into that. There's a number. So, all right, let's head to the arena.
Thank you. That'll take us to Class 10, Country Pleasure.
Welcome back to Backstage Pass. We are joined by Caitlin and Jovi Steakley. Welcome. I see we've got a crown on your head. Can you tell us a little bit about your title?
I won Miss Mini Miss.
Miss Mini Miss. Congratulations.
And Caitlin, tell us about what you are doing on WCTE. I know you're working on a show.
Yes, I am. I am working on the Wish You Were Here show, which airs every Thursday at 8, or not every Thursday, every third Thursday of the month at 8:30. It's really exciting. This month we'll be chasing waterfalls a little bit and maybe doing some ghost hunting.
So you're going on
locally.
adventures?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I am hosting, so I'm not going on as many adventures as some of the other folks, but I get to experience a lot of really fun things and some really great things around the Upper Cumberland that have been a lot of fun.
Awesome.
What are some of your favorite things that you've seen, done, experienced with the show?
So this time we went ghost hunting, and so you'll have to tune in to find out about the ghosts that we found and the places we visited locally, and then we also went to see some local waterfalls, and so that was a lot of fun. Me and Miss Shan Stout also we went kayaking.
Wow.
So you'll have to see where we went and what kind of adventures we got into.
That's awesome. Are you having fun at the fair?
Yes.
Oh, well, we're so glad to speak to you guys. Thank you for being here. We're going to send it back to the main stage.
Okay. All right. It looks, there's our zebra friend.
I never did understand what that was about, but I love the art.
There's the two horses we just saw right there. They were in the earlier competition, and I don't know. I thought it was pretty creative.
It's very creative. And so you've got walking horses, you've got the Western horses, the quarter horses. You're gonna have.
Yep. Well, this is a whole bunch of this is the Country Pleasure, all ages. Hats off to the fair. And as you can see, we do have all kinds here. It's just a great, again, to be out here tonight. It's been just fantastic.
Yes, I think it's Melanie Beckwith. She's been showing the other lady. She's been showing here for as many years as she is almost old.
Wow.
I think she's been
This
showing
lady right here?
almost all of her life.
Mm-hmm.
And she never, ever lets the fair down.
Wow.
She's always here. We watched her grow up.
Wow.
Close the gate, close the gate.
You know, as I watch the horses, I mean, I really think they enjoy it as much as the riders do.
They do. And certain these show horses, when they arrive and you get them out of the truck, it's almost like showtime. It's really funny.
Yeah.
They really do. They don't, there's a distinct difference in what they're doing in the show ring and what they'll do at home when you're practicing.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they get that energy from the rider. I'm sure they do.
Yep.
But the horses, they really do come to life.
Yep. Well, I think you can just really see it. I mean, it's an enjoyment that they get, and it shows.
Somebody had a lot of enjoyment painting these horses. That's a lot of work.
I just want to know who's going to get to wash them. Right? Hopefully it comes off easy. But good. So we just saw a wide shot there, and you talked about the judge being in the center, and then the ringmaster, and how they communicate back to the master of ceremonies and directing the riders on what they want to do.
Yes, as when the judge tells ringmaster, the judge has to concentrate on watching and judging. So it's the ringmaster's duty then to deliver that message, because the judge has already moved on to something else.
They do a variety of different running, walking combos, and
now this is a canter or a low.
Okay.
And see how that inside leg is being extended the most. That's the correct lead.
Okay.
Now, they may have asked them to, was this their favorite gate? Unless the judge asked them to canter or lope, she should have continued. Okay. So, should not have been doing that.
Okay.
Unless he said go at your favorite gate.
Yep.
Entry number 572, Candace Bowman. Entry number 18, Rebecca Reed. Entry number 36, Brendan Seabold. Entry number 37, Shania Witt. Entry number 45, Melanie Beckwith. Entry number 1.
And we just saw Melanie Beckwith in the class before.
Yes.
So she's got a very versatile horse, or horses that she's got. And these riders that have brought 2, 3 different horses may only have one saddle, but they'll have different bridles because different horses will require different bits.
Gotcha.
So they'll have to take, the saddles are different too. If it's English, you've got to have flat saddle. And then, of course, if it's quarter horse, you want the Western saddle.
So they're pausing and doing the reverse. All right.
Show it your favorite gate, please. Show it your favorite gate. We will apologize to entry number 37. We don't have a name. Reese Kallmeyer. Entry number 37, Reese Kallmeyer. This is Class 10, the Country Pleasure class. 6 entries. Entry number 37, Reese Kallmeyer. Entry number 45, Melanie Beckwith. Entry number 1, Shania Witt. Entry number... Take your horses to a walk, please. Take your horses to a walk. Line them up facing the north grandstand. Line them up facing the north grandstand, please. Candace Bowman, Rebecca Reed, Gretchen Seabolt, Shania Witt, Melanie Beckwith, Maurice Caldemeyer. Class 10, Country Pleasure. This is Class 9, Class 10, Country Pleasure.
And you are
Results are coming in.
watching the Putnam County Horse Show here in the main arena, sponsored by State Senator Paul Bailey and Thompson Cat Rental.
Class 10, Country Pleasure. First place, entry number 572, Candace Bowman. Second place, Shania Witt. Third place, entry number 18, Rebecca Reed. Fourth place, entry number 45, Melanie Beckwith. Thank you. That takes us to Class 11, the Adult Ranch Horse Pleasure. We're looking for 8 entries. 8 entries, Class 11.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with the end of Class 10, means that it's time for our hats off to the fair winners to show off those hats. The winners received $50. And they're going to have a ride around the main arena. They're going to be riding in a 1928 Model A Ford Sport Coupe, restored by David Allen of Sydney, New York. Owned and driven by Tom Steger, who's on the fair board. Our winners include Micah Steger, who won the Gentleman's Hat competition. Miriam Vaughn, who won the amateur-owned and designed hat competition. Bo Vaughn with the Crazy Kids hat. Sarah Beth Steger, who won the biggest hat competition. And Wesley Johnson, who won the prettiest hat competition. Ladies and gentlemen, give these folks a big round of applause for their creativity. And what a fabulous car that is as well.
If we can get the winners of our hat contest to come to the stage. If you won the hat contest, come up to the stage, please. We're looking for Adult Ranch Horse Pleasure, Class 11. Class 11, you're in the ring. We have 7 entries, Entry number 581, Cordis Jarvis, or 587, Cordis Jarvis. Entry number...
And welcome to Backstage Pass at the 96th Annual Putnam County Fair. Today we are with J.R. Smith, the voice of the fair.
It is great to be with you guys tonight. And Dawson, to see each and every night, to see what you do. Caroline, this is saw you the other night, right? You were helping with the
we were here with the rodeo.
That's right.
Yes.
And you guys have just been so great every night.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
So tell us, how long have you been the voice of the fair? What does it take to be the voice of the fair?
Well, this is my 3rd time doing it. First time was in 2019, of course, 2020 with COVID.
Yeah.
2021, and then this year. Actually, Tom Steger on the fair board,
of course,
his daughter and I, we did 4-H speech competitions together, and so he knew me from that, and we got to talking, and he said, would you be interested in being our voice of the fair? We have an opening for this. And I said, sure, that'd be great, but I've been doing baseball announcing for a long time, basketball announcing for a very long time, since high school, and so I kind of had to build up to
You've
it.
got the equipment. You've got
That's
the
right. That's right. That's
yes.
right. I had to work on it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you do to prepare your voice for the night?
You know, I should. That's one of those things. You know, people do like the lemon honey, all of those things.
Yes.
That's something that I definitely should do. I teach school too, so I talk during the day and then talk at night. And so with all that talking, I definitely need some lemon honey or you know, something. But it's a good tip for me for next time.
Is there an event that you love to announce for? Is there something that's like, oh, this is my favorite thing to announce for?
Absolutely. I really like the truck and tractor pull.
Yeah.
Because I get to announce the whole thing. And I really enjoy that, you know, yelling out the times and how far they were able to pull, but also the demolition derby. Stickman, shout out to him, helps out with that and does a fabulous job, but I like the back and forth that we get to have there.
So you'll be the main star of the show tomorrow at the truck and tractor pull.
I wouldn't say that, but
he will be.
He's being humble.
Yes. Well, JR, great to speak with you. Thank you for being here. Let's go back to more beautiful horses.
All right, we have adult ranch horse pleasure up next. And we just saw the hat competition. We just got visited by some little kiddos that just had their hats on. Yep.
And we've got some girls with some great hats on in the show ring, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful horses. And
that's a really unusual colored horse with those spots. I thought for a minute they painted them like
right. You never know
no,
anymore, right? But yeah, is it like a paint? Is that what they call it? Or paint?
I don't
Palomino?
know. I guess probably. This is a roan, a blue roan.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a real popular color, or used to be.
Mm-hmm. It's a great shot.
A unique color. And a bay.
Mm-hmm. Really pretty. There are just so many varieties of horses and the colors. It's just amazing.
And this horse looks like the Palominos.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're true Palominos. But there's your Jack.
There he is.
Really pretty.
He's beautiful.
Yeah, they're not usually pretty, but that one is. The spots just really make him a pretty little Jack.
Yep. Yep. Lope, is that what they said? Lope, okay.
Just like a canter. And again, taking the correct lead is real important in this class.
Right.
Or any class. I love the tents. I love so much that they've changed about the fair.
Yep.
I'm real resistant to change, but these have been such great improvements.
It really has, and it just says the advances that they've made and the importance that they've put in on the fair, and the education around agriculture is so important, and the sustainability. So everything that they do is true to their mission and what they're trying to do with the Upper Cumberland area, but also just educating people, getting them involved.
And that's wonderful, and it's the goal, but a lot of people don't understand that's the goal of the fair.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The traditions of the fair go way back. I don't know, have you ever entered anything in the fair? Besides a horse?
A horse, yes. I rode in every fair horse show we had until Chandler came along.
Wow.
When I was growing up, we would get hay. One year we loaded up so many things, it took like 3 trips. And Mother's had a Volvo station wagon. We didn't live that far from here. And so we just kept loading everything up we'd done through the year. We planned it. We took the fair book from the year before, and we just started. It was a project that we did. Our summer vacations were longer. The fair wasn't until the last week of August. So we just loaded everything up. We brought tomatoes, green beans, corn. If you could grow it, and we grew it, we brought it. We painted art things and put them in the women's building. And then, of course, the horses.
Wow.
And we had more
So you basically
fun that
spent all summer getting ready for the fair.
We did.
Yeah.
We really did. And we'd bring cut flowers. We'd just anything. You made pies, you made cakes, and we did all of that. But that was just part of everyday living.
Yeah.
Now you go buy a pie.
Yep. Let's go to the arena.
Corvus Jarvis, Adult Ranch Horse Pleasure, Class 11. Following the pleasure class, we're going to be doing a little bat in the bucket. Followed by Class 13, the best lady and gentleman rider, 50 years and older. Take your horses down to a walk, please. Down to a walk. Take your horses to a walk. Line them up facing the north grandstand. Line them up facing the north grandstand. Adult Ranch Horse Pleasure here at the Putnam County Fair, the #1 fair in Tennessee. Results coming in. Class 11, Adult Ranch Horse Pleasure. First place, entry number 587, Corvus Jarvis. Second place, entry number 77, Camille McCoy. Third place, entry number 39, George Knuckle. Fourth place, entry number 59, Palmer White. Thank you very much. Bat in the bucket, bat in the bucket. If you're in Class 12, we'll be looking for 9.
Those okay?
This is Bo Vaughn.
And I'm Miriam Vaughn. Tom Steger, and this is Micah.
I'm Sarah Beth.
All right, so everyone, tell me what you won. Tell me the categories you won.
Won the Crazy Kid hat.
Crazy Kid hat, Miss Miriam.
It's a big deal.
I won the owner designed hat. Yes, right. And Micah won the gentleman's hat. And Sarah Beth won the biggest hat.
His hat.
Wonderful.
these
Miss
are
Miriam,
some
tell me
hat
what it
genius.
takes to make a hat like that.
Well, a lot of work and a lot of patience. I tell you, I've made 4 of them for my grandchildren.
Okay.
And the little one, she fell asleep, so she couldn't make it.
And you have pheasant feathers on this one, correct?
I do,
Wonderful. Well, congratulations to everyone winning. It's so great to see you all. We're going to send it back to the stage.
In
Okay, we're done.
1956, Swallows Insurance Agency has been providing protection for thousands of individuals and families throughout our region. Swallows Insurance cares about the safety and well-being of you, your family, and our community. Swallows Insurance Agency, with 3 locations in Cookeville, Livingston, and Smithville. Online at swallowsinsurance.com.
The masterpiece production of All Creatures Great and Small captures the warmth, wit, and generosity of spirit that infuse James Herriot's stories. Join us for a behind-the-scenes look at Season 2 in All Creatures Great and Small, the next chapter.
PBS, where the drama is on Sunday night. Grantchester on Masterpiece.
This is a peaceful protest. What do we want? Equal pay.
I'm sorry about the other night. I like you a lot.
Followed by a new episode of Cobra.
Does anybody see what's happening here?
We do.
One thing after another. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Grantchester on Masterpiece and Cobra.
Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
We're back with the Putnam County Fair live coverage. What a great night, Debbie.
And we're with the Bat and the Barrel.
That's right.
Now, have you ever tried the Bat and the Barrel?
I have not. Tell me
Oh.
about it.
Well, you should try the Bat and the Barrel. It's just a lot of fun.
You have to tell me about it.
Well, you ride your horse in quickly, and if you're timed, and you jump off your horse and you run to the barrel, you get the bat, you put the flat part on your head, and you go around 10 times. When you get through, you immediately, in your time, stand back up and run and jump on your horse and ride out. The only problem is, after you circled that 10 times,
You're a little dizzy.
you're drunk as a bat. And that's your bat in the barrel.
Oh, my.
And they'll
Well,
fall and they'll stagger, and it's not funny, but it's
kind of
hilarious.
funny. So it looks like here's our first contestant. But you know what? The takeaway to tonight is just they bring in the professional, but then they also add a little fun to it.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah. And I think that's what people really have. They enjoy coming out to the fair, and when they can't make it out, they like to come and watch us on the broadcast.
And this is one thing about you're televising this.
Mhm.
There's so many people that are at home that are unable to come to the fair that truly love it.
Yep.
And if you didn't broadcast this fair, and this year you brought more, and I'm so glad you did, because it enables those people to see and share in it.
Yep.
And they've got family members that
Thank
are in
you.
this.
Yep, thank you. And you're right. It does give those that are maybe more homebound an opportunity to still partake in the festivities that we have in our community.
You know, when we first started doing this, we would get fan mail. We'd get letters from nursing homes, mostly from people in nursing homes. And it was so wonderful because you didn't think about how much they missed doing this.
Yep. Well, and we do a lot of local content, and we've got some new series coming up this fall, and we hear from people, like you mentioned, it's an opportunity for them to take a trip back or to
Yes.
see something they've not seen in a long time, or brings back lots of memories.
Yeah.
So,
And they used to would have these played back and 30-minute programs through the year, and so many people enjoyed that.
Yep. Okay, well, she just did 10. Oh.
She did, but normally Daddy helped her up.
She got a little extra help. Oh, and a little.
And they're timing them.
Whoop.
She did really, really good.
You could tell the horse coming in wasn't all that excited, but leaving, he's like, I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Going to the barn.
Horse is always faster going back to the barn. You know this.
That's right. Like, oh, feed time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, we're in a competition called Bat in Bucket, and a tradition here at the Putnam County Fair. And
it's become a really big thing.
Yeah. Here they come. Here comes another contestant.
Our riders, our contestants, seem to be younger this year than they used to be.
Well, we're not
Oh,
done
no.
just yet.
All right.
There
He
might
got
be a
off-
few more.
He's so excited. He got off the horse on the wrong side.
Well, you can't let a girl win, you know.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
And this usually was one of the larger class that they had so
Okay.
many people in here.
I just don't know. A
Yeah, he
candy
has to
apple
keep
and then this, I'm not sure. Right? I don't know.
Yeah, they're supposed to keep that head right on that
Yeah.
top of that bat.
I'm getting dizzy just watching.
You're go-
I think I'm going to stop watching.
Are you kidding? Just watching. But I mean, they must be practicing at home because they've certainly got more balance than most of them too.
Right. He had
Getting
two
back up.
stirrups. Did you see that? One to get up and one to ride with. That's a beautiful horse too. I love the chestnut color. Okay. Well, there
It
you
is a
go.
beautiful horse.
Yes, lots of beautiful horses tonight.
And he's fast.
And you know, we've loved our backstage pass tonight. We've had great interviews.
Yes.
Dawson and Caroline are doing a great job back there, making sure to get those people in front and
I
center.
know, I love that because otherwise we couldn't have seen those beautiful hats.
I know, those beautiful hats, right? And we love the hat. You're going to enter next year, right? The hat competition?
No, I just brought them for us to share with TV
Oh,
people.
okay.
I'll tell you what. You make a hat, I'll make a hat.
Okay,
We'll
next
enter
year.
it next year.
All right, next year we'll be hat ladies.
We'll bring our hats and see how we do. We'll have to come a little early, I think.
Right.
Now we've got a girl doing this.
Yeah. And she's smart because she has a helmet on, just in case.
But I think that these people have been practicing because they've got a really good, either that or everybody suddenly got a really good sense of balance.
I think they've been practicing. Uh-oh. I'm sure somebody's keeping their time.
Oh, yes, yes. And counting how many times she
Yep.
goes around the bucket.
Oh, my goodness.
Uh-oh. But she made it.
Yeah, well, not yet. Right.
Yeah, but this is so much better. I mean, these people are doing so good because used to they couldn't even find the horse.
Wonder what that practice, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got to be. Or Dramamine.
Yeah. Right. So much fun. So much fun. Tradition here at the Putnam County Fair. And, you know, I just keep referencing this book because it's just got so much in it. And I hope people at home have had a chance to get out to the fair this
I hope
last
they
week.
have too. People save this book and through the winter. Okay, I'm going to paint this, or I'm going to sew this, or I'm going to grow this in my garden next year, or I'm going to can these foods. So without this year's book, it's hard for them to know what they
It's
need.
their guide for the next
Yes.
year. I think that's great.
That's why I told you earlier, I started taking somebody's book, and I thought, oh no, that could be fighting grounds.
Right, it might be, yep. And And they added some things last year that I really enjoyed, which is the grandma's farmyard.
See,
and
I didn't
They had
see
baby pigs and lots of animals that could be seen up close, and it helps children. I guess if they don't live on a farm, they get to really experience that. And it looks like here where they get to milk a cow. But okay, here we go. Boy, that guy was quick, wasn't he?
He was, or she.
I'm not sure. One of them.
I don't know.
There they go.
Yeah, I guess.
Look how pretty that horse is, too.
It's beautiful. It is a he. I thought I saw long hair.
He was moving so fast. That's what it was.
He kept going.
Right. So we're enjoying being on here, and again, we'll have some coverage again tomorrow night with the truck pull. We'll have Donna Matson on from WCTE. She'll be hosting that, and it'll be fun. It'll be loud, but it'll be fun. So hopefully on a Friday night, we'll also get a lot of people down here.
Oh, that is good.
Yep. And
that's the tractor pull.
Tractor pull, yes.
They used to have mule pulling. I don't know if they still do that or not.
I don't know.
Yeah, they would, but platforms, and I can't think. And then they put all these bags of feed on the bag, so many pounds, like 50-pound bags. And if the mule could pull it this far, then they'd add more weight.
More until they couldn't pull it.
And so which mule could pull the most weight, the distance.
Well,
and it was really interesting.
Yeah. Well, mules, from my understanding, were used for logging, so it would make sense that they would have that kind of
and so that was very good
competition.
Yeah, and it was a competition that people enjoyed for years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they do much of that anymore.
Well, things do change. We have lots of change in our community. We saw Caitlin Steakley earlier, and just to mention, we have the new series, Wish You Were Here, which is a great new series that started in May. It's in partnership with the UCDD, and it covers stories all over the Upper Cumberland. So if people at home haven't checked that out, that's a great new series that people need to look at.
And it's based on stories in the Upper Cumberland.
Well, yes, it just features all kinds of excursions, activities, outdoor events that they can go see and do, and it's just a great way for us to showcase all the great things we do in the Upper Cumberland.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah, so it is on Thursday nights. I'm sure if you've been watching, you heard Caitlin talk about it, and her daughter, I believe, won one of the competitions in the fair pageant. So congratulations to them. So it looks like we've got a little activity going on the midway down there. Do you have a favorite ride?
Colorful.
Or we stay away from the rides?
I stay away from pretty good at this point. But the Scrambler was always a good one. It was a good, safe one.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. We got. I think the younger ones and the smaller children have maybe an advantage to this. I don't know.
And I think they definitely do. I think they had all summer to practice.
Yeah, well,
that's one advantage.
I think so.
Because they've never been this steady on their feet.
Well, they're not really getting their head all the way down.
No, she does not have her head on this.
Maybe that's the difference right there.
Yeah. Well, but maybe for children they don't.
They don't make let them get away with the rules. We're just glad somebody wants to do it.
Yeah, it's maybe a good thing she didn't have her head on.
Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh.
See.
Oh, no. We've seen this horse a couple of times now already in some competitions.
She is messed up. It's because she got on her horse the wrong way.
The wrong side.
Yeah, wrong side.
Yes.
59, 171.
Oh, my.
Yeah. But, they've done a great job tonight in singing and keeping everybody active at home tonight. And just a reminder, the fair does go through Saturday evening. If you want to come out and ride the midway, or if you want to check out some of the barnyard. Oh, this one's really active, isn't he? Whoop.
I love it.
But just as a reminder, Sunday night at 6 o'clock, they will have the motorcycle racing. Had to be postponed, so just a little reminder there. You still
And may
come
come
out.
back Sunday.
Come back on Sunday.
And maybe some of the local vendors will stay.
Maybe. You can go talk to them. We'll send you down there.
Find out if they're going to be back next year.
Yeah.
It'd be stay through Sunday. A lot of times they do, because that's when everybody in the carnival is loading up. And so they've got to eat somewhere. And they do stay until then a lot of times.
Yeah.
But it was clubs always before that went together. In fact, you had to be a nonprofit to be able to have a booth here, and they changed that.
They've changed that, yeah.
But it was a lot of fun years ago when it was only clubs, and all the wives would bake pies and cakes and bring them, and then the men would be in there cooking the food and would take turns. It was just a lot of fun. And fair food always tastes better.
My husband talks about doing softball competition, like raising money for the softball team, or, So
they had it there on booth.
It's some hard work. But
It was hard work.
Right. Go work all day, then come cook some hamburgers.
Yeah, and they did. I can remember my aunt baking for the VFW or American Legion. They had a booth, and it was so good. And she would bake tons and like 4 or 5 chocolate pies every night.
Ooh.
Or every day, and bring them for that night.
Oh, yum.
But all the women did. And they just had so much fun.
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Oh, he's having a lot of fun.
Goodness. But he really had his head on the bat. So, he probably did it correctly. All right. There you go. The horse is like, woo.
See how fast that horse is?
Yeah. Like I said, they go faster on their way out than they do coming in. I think he lost his hat.
It's a pretty little horse. Little racking horse.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you know your horses.
A little bit.
Now, you grew up with horses.
We did have horses, yes.
And when did you learn how to ride?
5.
That
Probably
was early.
5.
Yeah.
But we didn't show them, or
but
we
you
weren't
probably had
professionals.
a lot more fun.
We just rode around on the farm, and we lived out in the country. There wasn't a lot to do. So
Wasn't
horses,
that wonderful though?
Yeah.
Because
it
so
was
many of your
beautiful.
friends didn't have horses.
Yeah, probably not. Although I'm from Overton County, so there's a lot of horses in Overton
there
County.
is.
Yeah. So I think they probably did.
Yeah, more than Putnam, but
Yeah.
still, there's a lot of people in Overton County that didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is definitely. I enjoyed it, and I think my daughter enjoys riding, and it's a good experience.
And you passed it on.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So we are having a good time here tonight. Gosh, we've been here. We've been watching all kinds of Western and different types of horse shows and costumes, and I hope that people at home have really enjoyed this. I know I have.
I've been watching Dawson and
Carolyn,
and with their hats and their glasses, and I think that we're about to see something really cute. But I don't know. I hope we can hear it.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I'm curious what this is about.
I don't know. I think they might be doing a TikTok or something. Who knows?
Oh, well, that could be.
So coming up after the bat and bucket, we have Best Lady and Gentleman Rider, 50 years and older.
And that's really a good class. Only most of the time women don't want to enter it.
Really, why is that?
Because you have to tell your
tell your age.
Over 50. I'm not eligible yet.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Me either. Right. Well, so what are they going to see as part of the competition for that? Are they going to
whatever horse they breed they want to ride, they can bring in and ride in the class. They're judged strictly on the rider's ability.
Okay. That sounds like it'll be a good one. And then if we're still around, we'll do Hunter Under Saddle. Do we know what that is?
That will be really interesting
Okay.
because they'll have to I don't think they're going to jump, but they'll have to go through.
An obstacle course of some
Probably,
kind?
yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So
Very
is
cool.
that the next class?
Yes, after Best Lady and Gentleman Rider. Hopefully we'll be.
So they may have to get it set up.
Yeah. So still time to come down to the fair if you decide you want to come down and watch some of the horse show. It's still going to be going on for a while because they have 22 categories in this, and we're going to be signing off at 10 o'clock, so you may decide you want to come down and watch the rest in person. It's a beautiful night.
I think I would.
Yeah. Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
But it's really sad because the very best classes are the later classes. The more, well, I shouldn't say the very best.
Well, yes,
but
because there's
serious.
the egg and the spoon that's
Well,
going to be coming.
That's true. That's
So-
always the big class.
But you're right. There is the Trail Pleasure, and then the open specialty padded horses.
Yes.
I don't know what that is either. A padded horse?
That would be like your
Horse-
a padded
walkers?
horse would be either your walking horse or it could be a racking horse.
Oh,
because they
okay.
also wear padded.
Oh,
shoes.
shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then there's a potato race and an open mule race
And I'm afraid we're going to miss that.
and a rescue race.
That's always good. That's always a lot of fun. You have one person standing at the other end of by a barrel. So the first rider comes in, and he has to go down and circle the barrel and stop and pick up. Oh, well, it really is not supposed to stop. He just circles the barrel and picks up this person and goes straight out the gate. And they're timed. But picking that other person up sometimes is quite a challenge. And keeping them.
And keeping them on the saddle with you. Wow. Well, that's what ends the night with 22 sections, the rescue race. Okay, so here we go. Best Lady and Gentleman, 50 and older.
And so we have Melanie Beckwith, and I'm not sure who the gentleman is. Oh, Jerry Allen, I think. Or Jimmy. I could never tell them apart. I think. It's a really good class. And it's going to be really hard for the judge because both of them are really good riders.
And they're dressed in their costume as well, like the Western you see there, the Western saddle and the
chaps.
Yep. And then your other rider there that's got more of the, I guess, walking horse style.
Yes,
jacket.
it is walking horse. And her, what she's wearing is an English riding habit.
Okay.
And your knees are supposed to be covered, and your boots actually are never supposed to show. But, I mean, most people don't go by that rule as strictly as they used to. I have seen in equestrian class, they would discharge you for not having your boots exposed.
Exposed, okay. Well, you know, rules are rules. So you definitely want to make sure and I'm sure with everybody being so perfect with it, they'd have to come up with, you know, what sets each other apart.
And when you've had as much rain as we've had, now they will change and say, okay, this is not required tonight.
So they'll adjust some of it based on the
different things. Yeah.
Well, it's not raining tonight. It is beautiful out here.
And like their horses are so well groomed and their tails are clean and long. And the older the horse gets, the longer that tail gets. And they really take care of these tails.
Wow.
Really to make sure, because you want them to get just as long as they can.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's real muddy, they'll let you wrap that horse's tail up and tighten a knot
Mm-hmm.
so that it doesn't get in
Destroyed
the mud.
with the mud. Yeah. And I'm guessing the horse doesn't mind that, right?
No.
They don't mind if their tail gets tied up in a knot. Okay.
You just tie that thing in that hair in a knot, just like we do ours.
Right.
Just twist it and tie a knot.
Yep.
See how that horse is just every step is so consistent.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a beautiful horse.
Well, I love the way the legs are kind of the dark color, like the mane, and then the coat is more of a chestnut color.
A bay.
Okay.
Yeah, a bay.
Wow. It's
well,
really beautiful.
A true bay probably wouldn't have the white blaze, but we would still call it a bay with white blaze.
Mm-hmm. And, horses, they live a long time. I mean, they can live, 30, 35 years?
They used to. It was rare for a horse to live past 20, but now with the food, the vitamins, with the veterinary
Care.
that is advanced so much, they do live to be 30, 33 years old, 35.
Wow.
And which is quite unusual. But it's because of the advance, just like our lifespan has been extended.
Yes, absolutely.
So are animals.
Yep. So the ones that can... Okay, we're going to hear the winners now.
Tomorrow in the main arena at 7 o'clock, we have the truck and tractor pull. That's sponsored by Fleet Guard. On Saturday, the antique tractor pull in the main arena at 9. And the demolition derby here in the main arena at 7. And, of course, don't forget that on Sunday we have motorcycle races. That's a makeup of yesterday's main event here at the fair. It was rained out yesterday, so the motorcycle races will now be Sunday at 6 p.m.
Results coming in. Following Class 13, we'll move to Class 14, Hunter under saddle. Madison, Isabella, Riley, Katie Beth, and Reese. Results coming in. Best lady or gentleman rider, 50 years and older. First place, entry number 45, Melanie Beckwith. Second place, entry number 39, George Knuckle. Thank you. That takes us to Class 14, Hunter under saddle.
Welcome back to Backstage Pass. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Caroline Moore.
I'm Dawson Davidson. Caroline, what a time we have had.
What a time.
What a time. So tell us your favorite thing that you saw tonight.
My favorite thing had to be the children spinning around the baseball bat and getting back on the horse. That's the definition of perseverance. What about you, Dawson?
My favorite part was the themed costume ride. Yes. Because we're here for fashion. As you can tell, we're both into fashion.
It was commercial, catalog, and couture.
And they brought the fashion.
Yes.
So tell me something else that we had tonight that you need to let the viewers know.
Well, y'all, we had another Pelican snow cone, pina colada. Just like last time, it was delicious. We are on a sugar high, if you cannot tell.
We needed it. We needed it.
We needed it.
We needed it. Well, what a joy. Thank you for having us. And good night.
All righty, we're looking for 5.
The
Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region.
The realty firm has been serving the buyers and sellers of the Upper Cumberland since 2012 with locations in Cookeville, Byrdstown, Livingston, Crossville, and Gainsborough. The full-service realty firm ensures that each client is educated, motivated, and updated, creating an experience, not a transaction.
What time?
Okay, look, here we are. We're back.
Oh, aren't they cute?
They are. We've got great a new, let's see here, Hunter Under Saddle category. You can see, tell me about these costumes they have on. They've got the
They have
helmet.
on the English attire. They've got on their jod furs. They've got and their hat. See her little velvet hat? It's really metal underneath it, or hard plastic.
Okay.
Yeah. And they've been wearing these hats for years to help protect them. But where we hadn't been, now you see everybody with these helmets on. And it's so, but they've worn those hats for years with them, and they were metal originally.
Right.
Really heavy.
Like you see a lot of those in like the jumper category.
Yes,
So if
yes.
they fell off, they'd be protected.
And so that your hunters were in that jumping.
Right.
Yeah, because they were out hunting.
Right.
And they had to jump the fence.
Jump the fences. Yes.
To go chase the fox.
Or over the creeks.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
exactly. Or the
Yeah.
edge. So,
Yeah.
but they evaluate the horse on a flat, walk, trot, and a canter. And the emphasis is on the smoothness of the gait. And definitely these two young people are making it look just so easy and so smooth. The better you are, the easier it looks to someone else.
Which requires lots of practice.
Yes,
and
it
like you
does.
said earlier, every
day.
single day you're out there with these horses.
Yeah.
And there's our fun
Zebra. Or giraffe.
The giraffe.
I keep calling it zebra.
And,
But see how easy
yeah.
she makes that look.
Oh, yeah.
And how smooth that ride is.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful horse. Both of them are.
Yep, I don't know that we've seen this one until now. It's got an interesting pattern to it.
But it's a requirement in this class to wear the English attire.
Okay.
Or it traditionally is may not necessarily be, well, obviously not a requirement for this show. But if you were in a competition that was doing just the hunter,
the English style riding,
you would have to. Yeah.
Yeah, look how beautiful that
Oh,
one.
that one is really pretty.
How old are the horses? I mean, I'm sure it takes some training for the horses to get to this point where they can show. 3, 4?
When they're about 3, because you really don't want to bring them in to start cantering or doing a lope until they're 3. Your 2-year-old. And in fact, a lot of classes, they don't require 3-year-olds in most shows to canter or lope.
Okay.
Because it's a hard gait for a colt to learn, and we still consider a 2-year-old a colt. So it's a hard gait for them to learn, and especially to learn and have the ability to take the correct lead, which taking the correct lead is not the horse's decision. It is the decision of the rider, and the rider must tell the horse which lead to take.
Gotcha. And that's which front leg it leads
It's
with.
always the inside leg.
Inside leg. Okay.
So,
all right, let's go into the PA, please.
Trot your horses, please. Trot your horses. canter your horses, please. Canter your horses. Bring your horses down to a trot. Bring your horses down to a trot, please. Bring your horses down to a walk, please. Down to a walk. And we'll line them up facing the north grandstand. Line them up facing the north grandstand. Light shot, open to the world. Be making your way to lineup. This is Class 14, the Hunter under saddle. Madison Brown, Isabella Howell, Riley McCoy, Katie Beth Randolph, and Reese Kallmeyer.
That might be y'all, Myron. I don't know. It's not obvious.
Following the light shod, we go to Egg and Spoon.
This year's Diamond Star sponsors include Dry Levy Salvage, Fleet Guard, Ford Lincoln of Cookeville, Highway 70 Barbecue, Snyder's Tractor of Sparta, Crossville Tractor Company, and the Tennessee Department of Agriculture.
Results coming in. Class 14, Hunter under saddle. First place, entry number 26, Katie Beth Randolph. Second place, entry number 77, Riley McCoy. Third place, entry number 7, Madison Brown. Fourth place, entry number 61, Isabella Howard. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, we're back.
Yeah, we are. And so the Hunter under saddle we saw that it's a more an English style horse riding experience, and they did a great job.
It was really a good class. I enjoyed seeing that class. And that's a relatively new class for here.
Right.
And I'm glad to see that.
I know. I would love to have seen them actually jump some things.
I
That
wish
would have
they-
been fun. But
yeah, probably would take up a lot of.
maybe next year.
Yeah,
right?
maybe.
Yeah, maybe next year.
I have to talk to Dawson and our fair board.
That's right. That's right. So, okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back, Debbie.
All right.
Southern Landscape Supply offers a large variety of outdoor power equipment, including zero-turn mowers, bad boy tractors, specialty turf equipment, turf and landscape supplies, parts, and services. Since 2004, Southern Landscape Supply has been providing the Upper Cumberland with their outdoor power equipment needs.
Since their beginning in 1956, Swallows Insurance Agency has been providing protection for thousands of individuals and families throughout our region. Swallows Insurance cares about the safety and well-being of you, your family, and our community. Swallows Insurance Agency, with 3 locations in Cookeville, Livingston, and Smithville. Online at swallowsinsurance.com.
Debbie, we couldn't do the fair and our live coverage without our sponsors, and you just saw Swallows Insurance and Southern Supply Center and all those great sponsors that help us make this show possible. So
I'm so grateful
big
they
thank
did.
you.
It's been great.
Yes, we've done great.
We couldn't have done it without them.
Couldn't do it without them, and we couldn't do it without you being here to help
Well,
me
I
tonight.
appreciate that.
So
I enjoy it so much.
oh well, thank you for coming out once a year and showing your knowledge.
I thought Chandler was going to come out and relieve me a little, maybe relieve you a little.
Right.
We could have taken a little break.
Nope.
But he got tied up and hanging limb. I said, you're up there with all those racking horse people.
Oh, God. Yeah, you said that the racking horses come from hanging limb.
He was up there on business, but
Oh, yeah.
I had to tease him.
Absolutely. So we're doing light shod, open to the world competition here. You can see, and we talked a lot about the shod earlier in this show, and just really how it is different than the Tennessee Walker. It's a more
Well, we've got
upright.
a Tennessee Walker in here.
Right, but the steps are a little bit different.
They are different, and it's just every breed is different. Now this one with his head down is not what you really want for a walking horse or this is a
shod.
good example here.
Okay, yes.
So far, but you want their head to shake in rhythm with their legs, and so
Well, that one we just saw, I think he's been in several tonight. He's
Yeah.
probably wore
He
out.
probably is.
So.
Not shaking that head too much.
No, this is a really big horse. And,
Yeah.
I mean, he's beautiful. Look at that.
He is pretty.
So we're probably this will probably be the last competition that we see tonight.
He's doing a good job. Yeah, is it going to be our last class?
Probably,
tonight?
yep, because we have to sign off at 10, but, you know, the horse show will continue on. And
Is that Eric?
Is that Eric Walker? I don't know. How about that?
I think it is.
Wow. There's another one. This one's got his head up good and high and his feet up. It's making it around. So.
No. No.
So they're going to be they'll be going on a lot longer tonight, even after we've gone home. So they've a total of 22 categories, and this right now we're on category 15.
I'm just trying to look at them and see if we can pick out a favorite, but it's hard.
I like them all. They're all winners.
I love seeing these young people at the fair competing.
Oh, yes. And, you know, we talked earlier about the fair being agriculture and industrial, and it's here to help sustain and educate people about agriculture.
And we need that so much. For a period, we almost got away from that with the fair. And I'm so glad they brought it. They stayed with. That's what the fair was always to us about.
That's right.
We brought hay, we brought back then tobacco, whatever we grew on the farm, we brought it and entered it in that
Well,
building
yeah.
over there.
Because if you won, you get some money, right?
Yeah, we did.
Your school clothes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And that was serious business.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, or if we got to the Midway first, there wasn't anything left.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you got to ride a few rides. It's
Yeah.
all about coming to the fair. You want the full experience. I'm not as crazy about the rides, but some people love the rides. And
Oh, when we were young, we always had to go to the Midway.
yep. Oh yeah. Cotton candy in the Midway.
Now, you know it's a tradition. Every year for Becky and I walk all the way around the Midway.
Oh, is that what's
After-
next?
yeah.
Oh. Well, I'll walk
If we
with you,
can.
Debbie. I'll walk with you.
But now I was supposed to go get us some fried pies to stick with the tradition. Didn't
Okay.
do that.
Oh.
Next year I'll have to remember they might still be open. They look like
Do you have a favorite fried pie? Is
Apple.
it apple? Okay. Sounds pretty good to me.
Miss Opal Bohannon used to make the best fried apple pies, and she'd bring them out and sell them, and they were so delicious. So one day, Becky and I were talking about how much we love those fried apple pies. The next morning, she came to the real estate office, and she had 3 dozen.
Oh, gosh. Was she expecting you to eat them all?
Well, we split them.
Wow.
And we ate them.
Oh, gosh. I think.
Or our boys did.
Yeah. Let's see what the arena has to say.
Egg and Spoon Riders, be making your way to the lineup. If Zach going to help judge? Zach going to help? Following Egg and Spoon, Trail Pleasure. Following Egg and Spoon, Trail Pleasure. And then the open specialty padded horses. Results coming in. For your class 15 light shot, open to the world. First place in that blue ribbon ride, number 572, Candace Bowman. Second place, entry 665, Alex Dixon. Third place, entry number 79, Dylan Dishman. And fourth place, entry number 51, Alexis Dixon. Thank you very much.
Well, Debbie, what a fabulous night tonight here at the fair. Thank you for co-hosting
Thank
with
you
me.
for inviting me. I've loved every minute of it.
Awesome. Very good. We're gonna. I know we're gonna be back tomorrow night with the tractor pull at 7 o'clock. Have you ever watched a tractor pull?
I certainly have.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
But mule pulling was.
Well,
more.
we don't know about the mule
But
pulling.
it's the same concept.
Except for tractors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I I hope our viewers at home will tune in tomorrow night at 7. We'll be on from 7 to 10 tomorrow night with that live coverage. Or just come on down to the fair. It's going to be the last Friday night before
But it's
it
so
closes.
exciting that you have been able to broadcast more nights. And I think so many more people will enjoy it.
Well, thank you. And we want to serve our community the best we can. And we think it's important to be able to bring live coverage
I think
to
it
our
will
viewers.
also help support the fair.
Mhm.
And
Bring awareness around to the
Yes.
fair and what's going on. Because when I see it, I know I want to come down and see what's going
Yes,
on.
absolutely.
Yeah. So, but we do want to encourage people to tune in and watch. And if you are still going to be around this weekend, come on down and enjoy the Midway. Check out the agriculture buildings and all of the prizes and the winners.
And the women's building.
The women's building.
There's the flowers, and all the food may be a little tattered looking, but they always had such. I tried so hard to get my shamrocks ready for the fair, and I left them in the solarium, and they burned up.
Oh, no.
It's a good thing for everybody, because I would have won the show.
That's right. That's right.
So,
You
I
just
did them a
kept them
favor.
for- yeah, right. Right. Well, but really, it's a great fun. Even if you don't enjoy rides, there is still plenty to do.
Oh, yes.
We've got the tractor pull tomorrow night, like I mentioned, and the motorcycles were rained out, so they've postponed those to Sunday. So come on down Sunday at 6 o'clock, and you'll be able to catch the motorcycles.
That'll be a lot of fun.
I think so. Yeah, and I think the weather's supposed to hold pretty good. So. All right, well, I think we're going to sign off here, and I just again want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, watching WCTE PBS as we bring you this live coverage from the Putnam County Fair. I'm Avery Hutchins.
I'm Debbie Norris.
Yep, and we appreciate you being with us tonight, and we hope you will join us tomorrow at 7.
Thank you. Good night, Mom.
Get your tickets for this year's WCTE PBS Downtown Film Festival. See some of the hottest films on the film festival circuit and hear the award-winning filmmakers tell how these great films went from idea to the big screen. See films from the River Run International Film Festival, Real South, and the Nashville Film Festival, all at this great event on August 27th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Cookeville Performing Arts Center.
WCTE's coverage of the Putnam County Fair is brought to you by Swallows Insurance Agency, The Realty Firm, Bailey Tire Company, the Putnam County Farm Bureau, Southern Landscape Supply, the City of Cookeville, Putnam County, the Putnam County Fair, and by Twin Lakes.
I believe that's everybody. Close the gate. Close the gate. You know the rules. You hold on to the egg. They'll ask you to go to the middle. You drop the egg. Go ahead and go to the middle. We'll start out walking. When we say faster, you go faster. If you want to go slow, you can go to the middle.